Hi guys, in this video I am going to share with you my Sephora Sale recommendations. These are items that I truly love and highly recommend being able to nab these products in the Sephora Sale. I have a running wish list all the time, and Sephora New Zealand do have the occasional sale, and they don't give you a lot of warning. They really only give you, maximum 3 days warning that there is going to be a 20% off discount. And I always have a running wish list so that I can quickly put things in my cart and get them when there is such a good discount. So when the Sephora VIB sale comes along, it's a really good time to get some your basic items, your items that you use all the time, items that you've had your eye on for quite some time but are expensive, and it's a great time to pick those items up. And for me, I think it's a really good time to stock up on the skincare and the basics that you use all the time and have multiples of. So good time to pick those items up. But in today's video, I'm just going to share with you my favorite items and items that I can highly recommend. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you for joining me today. My name is Ange and I like to share all things beauty and lifestyle aimed at the more mature woman as we navigate our mature years. I love makeup and skincare, and I have way too much makeup for the average girl, but it brings me a lot of pleasure. Now, unfortunately, with going through breast cancer treatment at the moment, I have been really remiss and I haven't been wearing makeup. The only time I have been applying makeup is when I am filming beauty videos, and I can go 4 to 6 weeks before filming any, and I usually do 2 or 3 in a day when I've got the energy to do that, so that I've got some in backup. I am hoping now that I've actually found a wig I like. This arrived yesterday. It's not perfect, but I like it enough to be able to wear it on a daily basis. I've got another one arriving on Monday. It's a little bit longer. I really wished I could find one, in between, but this is a good length. I'm happy with it. It does have permatease in the top, so people don't really, when they review them, they say, oh, there's permatease here and here, but this one's particularly got all the fuzzies, so if you're looking at it you can tell straight away it's a wig. I don't like that, but I like the style, love the colour, really love the colour, and really happy with this. And so maybe I'll start wearing some makeup on a more daily basis, but seriously, since early December last year, I haven't been wearing makeup to work, and I never ever thought that would be me. But I've just not been feeling myself, and sort of wearing masks and wearing beanies and all the rest of it. I just haven't had the mojo to do it. So maybe having some pretty hair will give me the motivation to get back to wearing makeup on a daily basis, because it does make me feel better and it really might help my mindset. So anyway, what I was getting to, I do love sharing makeup and skincare and all things that sort of bring joy to my life in my mature years. They've been few and far between recently, but makeup always is up there with being in my happy place. So if that sounds like you, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below. I would truly appreciate it. Would love to see you back. And if you would like to be notified each time I do upload a video, and I am uploading on a weekly basis. I might not be filming every week, but I am filming enough so that I can still put up a video a week. Just click on the notification bell and YouTube will let you know each time a video goes live. Some of my favorite items that I would highly recommend getting in the Sephora sale. I'm going to start with what would have to be my best beauty purchase of 2021. I can't enjoy it at the moment, but when I was using it, and I was using it every day, it brought me joy. It was just amazing. And for someone who's always struggled with their hair being fine and thin, I must admit I was looking forward to the wig journey. I didn't realise it would be so dramatic, so frustrating and so hard. It really puts in perspective that my natural hair wasn't that bad. But my best purchase last year would have to have been the Dyson Airwrap. I love this item, can't wait to be able to use it again. It was a godsend for styling my hair. My whole routine of doing my hair, from showering and having wet hair to having it styled and dried, was 10 minutes. Now I do have super fine hair when I have it and 10 minutes was fantastic, and I looked groomed and put together every day. It's gentle on your hair, you've got all these attachments in it. It's very, very pricey, so highly recommend. The best time to get it is when you're able to get 20% off, and I can't highly recommend that enough. Now, just before I lost my hair, Sephora New Zealand had a 20% off sale, and I actually did pick up the hairdryer as well. Now, I was able to use it a couple of times prior to me not having hair, but I am really pleased I got it. It wasn't really on my radar, but after enjoying the Airwrap so much, I decided while there was a 20% off, I would get it. If you have the Airwrap, you don't really need the hairdryer, because the Airwrap does come with a hair drying attachment. I was being super indulgent. I think it was more a mental health pick-me-up sale after my breast cancer diagnosis, and it was one of those purchases to make me feel better. So I've only used it a couple of times, but I highly recommend those Dyson hair products. Then my next top item of the year that I have double checked, and you still can get this on the Sephora website at the moment, and I'm surprised because this was supposed to have been a limited edition. I don't know if it's come back as a permanent, but it is the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. I love this palette, so much so I have bought a backup. So I have the light and backup, and I have the deep. So I got the deep just to add to the colours of the light. The light is my favourite, but if I ever go travelling, that's all I need, and a couple of other items. But my blush, highlight and eyeshadows are all in here. I love the packaging, love how slim and sleek it is, and I love the highlighter in here. It's on par with another item I am going to recommend shortly, but they are my favourite items that I would have to recommend: the Natasha Denona Face Glam Palette and the Dyson hair products. Okay, now that we've got those out of the way, I will try and go through everything in order of how I would apply my makeup. First off though, I would also highly recommend to anybody the Sephora Pro makeup brushes. Now anything in the Sephora collection is 30% off to all tier members from the 1st of April to the 11th of April. I love these brushes. I've actually got more than these. I try and buy a couple of brushes every time there is a sale. For the price, especially in sale, these brushes are beautiful. Cannot highly recommend them enough. I tend to have a lot of eyeshadow brushes because they randomly have them in the sale section from time to time, and then when there is like a 20% off sale, I like going for the big face brushes and trying to get them at a good price. So highly recommend those. Make the most. You're getting 30% off those. We don't get that type of discount here in New Zealand, but if you can get 30% off, go for it. Primer I would recommend is the Natasha Silk Canvas Primer. I've loved this primer for a very long time. I have oily combination skin. It's really nice under your makeup. It smooths your skin, and I think it's really mature skin friendly and just helps to even out that skin tone before applying your makeup. And something I do want to mention is that if you're interested in seeing this makeup look, I actually did a get ready with me using some of these products, and that will be uploaded in a couple of days. But everything on my face, I am going to be sharing these with you today. For two foundations that I highly recommend, and the one I'm wearing today is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This is beautiful. It is such a beautiful light consistency, but the coverage is pretty good. It's very light on the skin. It's very much mature skin friendly. I love how light it is in texture, but the coverage is quite good. You can have luminosity if you want. I like setting with a setting powder, but this is a beautiful foundation, and as I mentioned in my Get Ready With Me video, I think it's going to be my go-to foundation going forward whilst my skin is quite dehydrated from the chemo treatment at the moment. I'm really struggling with my skin. I can't use some of my heavy hitting skincare products I love using, like my retinols and tretinoin. I can't use vitamin C. So some of the staples that have been in my skincare routine for such a very long time, for the past 4 to 5 months, I haven't been able to use them. So I am missing them, and I'm just tweaking a few things at the moment. The second foundation that I highly recommend is one of my favorites, and because of the sale, I would highly recommend is the time to get it, and it is the Lamour Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. This is beautiful if you like a soft matte finish, good coverage, and I still think it is very mature skin friendly, but it's very pricey, so the best time to pick this up is in the Sephora sale. My favourite setting powder, I think everyone would know what this is, but it is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and my shade is in Pound Cake. I love this powder. It is finely milled. It is smoothing on the skin. It isn't cakey. It sets down my foundation to not be oily and greasy, and just a little bit of dewiness when I add a bit of highlighter. I really just go back to this all the time. I do try other powders, and this is probably my 6th container of this. I absolutely love it. Another powder that I quite like if you are into buffing, this is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. I either use this using my Sonia G buffing brush just to buff the foundation, just to buff the powder in, or I take my Makeup Forever little velvet poof and I press that into my skin. Now this is also good for topping up during the day as a touch-up powder. It's just, it doesn't cake up, it just takes the shine down and smooths everything back down again. So highly recommend the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder, and I also like the Makeup Forever little velvet poof as well. Something that has become a necessity for me if I wear makeup, and that is the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows. I really like this for its teeny tiny absolute little pencil on this. It has a spoolie in the other end, and because of the teeny tiny pencil you can get these beautiful hair-like strokes. I've got about 3 hairs in each eyebrow at the moment. I'm very fortunate that about 2.5 years ago I had my eyebrows microbladed, and it is saving the day because I don't have eyebrows at the moment or eyelashes, and so to be able to have that template and then use this product, it doesn't look like I've lost my eyebrows when I use this, because I can get very beautiful hair-like strokes with this pencil. Highly recommend. For a contour powder, and if you're wanting to use it as a bronzer as well, I don't believe you can go past the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. I have mine in the original light medium palette, and I would definitely repurchase this if I hit pan and start running out. And the highlight in here is very beautiful on mature skins as well. It's not too sparkly, it's just a very subtle highlight, and if that's what you feel like, and I think, and when you've got mature skin, sometimes you don't like the bling. I like the bling because I powder everything down and try and mattify the rest of my face. I do like going back with a bit of highlighter and just adding a little bit of glow there, but it's because I've put it there, not because it's just dripping all over my face. So the highlighter in this palette is divine as well, but I actually reach for the other side here and use the bronzer more as a contour than a bronzer. When it comes to face palettes that I absolutely love for bronzer, blush, highlighter, I love the Hourglass face palettes. I really appreciate palettes that have everything like this in it. So when traveling, what I love about these, you've got a finishing powder, you've got highlighters, you've got blushes, and you've got a bronzer. Love products like this. Look, in the morning, even getting ready for work, it just takes the thought out of what am I going to do. I can pick up one of these, and most of my face products are in there. Easy. I'm still waking up. I'm not a morning person, and those sorts of products are a godsend for me. Highly recommend those. My most favourite highlighter that I have at the moment is the Natasha Denona I Need a Glow. It's what I'm wearing at the moment. Absolutely love this because I like my glow. I like highlighter, but this is so smooth on the skin. It blends in beautifully. It's not sparkly. It doesn't exaggerate texture, and I have texture for Africa. And I just think mature skin friendly. If you love highlighter but you do not want to exacerbate texture and draw attention to anything like that, Natasha Denona, I Need a Glow. Another powder that I really like, and I didn't originally have it on my list, but I use this every day, and it is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. I have hit pan on this, but this is the powder I use every day for my under eyes. I have tried lots of under eye setting powders. I tried the Pat McGrath and I hated it, absolutely hated it. I know lots of people like that, but that made me look at least 15 years older under my eyes, whereas the diffused light is just a beautiful light powder for under my eyes, and it is the only one I use. Now I have a few eyeshadows that I am going to mention. I'm going to quickly just touch on some. I have got links down below. I actually have a shop list link in my description box. Now my shop list page is got links to anything that I might have as a favourite. So in my shop list I have my favourite skincare, my favourite makeup items, my top 10 eyeshadow palettes for 2021, and other videos that might have mentioned products. I've all got linked in separate lists, so it's easy to find some of the products that I've been talking about. So if you are interested in that, the link to my shop list is down below in the description box, and it's just a really quick way to find links. Now some of the links are affiliate links, but there's also a lot that are not. It's just a resource for you to find the products that I mention in my videos. So quickly I'm going to mention these palettes here that were mentioned in my 2021 favorites and rankings of eyeshadow palettes. The Patrick Tar eyeshadow palette, and I see he's got another one coming out. There is a Major Dimensions eyeshadow palette number 2 coming. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. It looks a little bit too warm for me, but this palette is divine. You've got beautiful mattes up the top here, fantastic different types of shimmers, 2 cream shadows at the end that you can use for a base or just for one and dones. Fantastic palette. Natasha Denona Glam palette. You cannot go past this if you love neutrals. Stunning palette. I'd have to say, out of all the palettes, if you only chose one, that would be my pick for Natasha Denona. And a very, very close second would be the Natasha Denona Retro palette. Absolutely love this palette. Shocked that I do, because purples are not really my thing, but these are warm burgundies more than purples, I believe. So I just absolutely love that palette. A great time to pick up Tom Ford quads. These are really pricey. I only have 2. I have my eye on so many, but in New Zealand these retail for $160 and you get 4 shades in them. I love them. I would love to have so many more, but there are other palettes that I normally get first before going for these. Now I have the original Cocoa Mirage, which I absolutely love, and then Nude Dip here. I do wish I had more, but I tend to go for other palettes, and that's just due to the price. Highly recommend the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes palette. I love my neutrals, and that's just up there. The Dior Quints. There has got to be a quint out there for you. There are so many beautiful combinations out there. You've got warm, you've got neutral cool, you've got, you know, deeper ones. I just think they're fabulous. The formulation in these are superb. Highly recommend that the sale is a good time to pick up those sorts of items. My favourite neutral palette is the Master Mattes by Mario. Absolutely love this palette. And I don't know if the sale's the best time to buy these, but you cannot go wrong with the Natasha Denona minis. I have 2 for 7 of them. I love them. You have got a video coming very soon on the Bieber. I have filmed that, and I still have to film one with the Christmas mini Metropolis palette. But I love these minis. They're $25 each, so maybe you're better off buying expensive palettes if you have had your eye on them and getting your discount off them, because I think $25 is a great price for the quality of these palettes at any other time. Now, the primer I like using before my eyeshadows, I use a concealer. I love the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. The colour I use is Light 3 Honey, and it is perfection as an eyeshadow primer. And I've had this forever. Like, I've had this for so long, and I'm going to hit pan very, very shortly, but value for money, amazing for an eyeshadow primer. Now, if you love Pat McGrath, now's the time to pick palettes up. These are pricey at $125. My favourite Pat McGrath palette would have to be the Divine Rose 1, which is volume 7. And I have to say, I didn't think I would, but I'm really enjoying the Divine Rose 2 as well. I just love these palettes. They're very pricey. Best time to get them is at the Sephora sale. Okay, my favourite lip pencils are definitely the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0. I love these. They are smooth. They are just don't drag on your lips. I love the retractable pencils. They have a sharpener in the top, so you can get a more precise tip if you want one. I have 3 colours at the moment, and I will add more. They're my favourite lip pencil. True to colour, don't bleed, beautiful on a mature skin. I have got the Natasha Denona lip pencils, and I know lots of people rave about them, but yes, they're beautiful to apply and I enjoy using them, but they go grey on me. I don't know what it is, but they change colour on me and go very, very grey. So not a fan of those, but love the Huda Beauty. 2 items that I highly recommend for applying my foundation. I can't go past a beauty blender. A beauty blender is how I prefer to apply my foundation. I just get a really smooth finish. It's quick, easy to clean. I only use one. In my Get Ready With Me, I'm actually using a different sponge, but I like to only have one sponge on the go. I use it today or whenever I use it, then I take it straight to my bathroom, and next time I go to wash my face, I clean my sponge, and I just like to have one on the go all the time. So a beauty blender. Now, something I'm not using at the moment but can highly recommend if you are looking for a lash serum is the Grande Lash. No point using it at the moment, I don't have lashes, but I do really enjoy the Grande Lash and can highly recommend that in the Sephora sale. Now, I'm just going to quickly talk about 3 skincare items. They are all cleansers that I really love. 2 I have just discovered recently and have fallen in love and have made me want to explore the skincare brands in more depth with other products. Most of my skincare is not purchased from Sephora. I love a lot of Neod products. I like Deviant Skincare, Saatchi Skin, and they are more outside of the Sephora umbrella of skincare. And you know, when you're looking at things like Osmosis, which is something I'm going to be looking at shortly, and some of the other skincare items I like, you can really only get from they're not under the Sephora umbrella. But for a first cleanse, I really enjoy the Tatcha Camellia cleansing oil. Love this for removing makeup. And the cleansers that I have purchased, because I've been looking, really getting particular about ingredients in my skincare, is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Cleanser. Just a beautiful experience using both of these cleansers. The smell, the texture, how well I feel my skin is cleaned without overstripping it. Just really love this, and definitely want to try more items from the brand. And then the Biossance Squalene and Amino Aloe Gentle Cleanser. Both of these are just divine. I use them morning and night. I'm sort of rotating them. It depends just what I reach for, because I love them both equally, and will repurchase. I think these are going to be the only two cleansers that I buy going forward, apart from another brand that I'm wanting to try out. But for these first cleanse, these are going to be staples for me. Absolutely love them and want to try other items from those brands. So that's everything that I recommend of items that I love and use regularly and just will repurchase in a heartbeat. I am just going to quickly run through a wish list of just Sephora based stuff. As I said, I run a wish list all the time, and if there is a sale going, I go quickly to my wish list and go, okay, what of that wish list am I going to get? It's an extensive wish list. I'm going to run through it really quickly. I'll throw some pictures up. These are things I'd really covet. They are available on the Sephora US website. A lot of these items aren't available Sephora New Zealand, so we don't have a lot of the brands that you guys do there. A lot of makeup that I get, I have to get from a different Australasian company called Mecca Beauty. I use Cult Beauty and Beautylish a lot. Then we also have the likes of Pat McGrath is available at Sephora New Zealand, but we've never seen the Bridgerton launch. We've only just seen the blushes recently from prior to Christmas being released in the US. It takes months for Pat McGrath to sort of filter through to New Zealand, and we don't always get everything. And it's the same with a lot of brands. We might have the brands, but it doesn't mean, like the Patrick Tar blushes, we've still got the old three. She's So LA, and the other two. We never got the 4-pan palette. That never arrived here, and we haven't got the later shades. So we're very slow at getting any of the new releases, so it's quite tough on the other side of the world. I know it's you know, just one of those things with the way things are, but you just don't get stuff here. So I'm going to quickly run through my wish list. If I was able to get this, I would probably pick through some of these and get them in the sale. So quickly is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation SPF 15. I really want to try that out. I really want to try out the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Longwear Foundation, and I love the fact that you can get a few shades in a mini size bottle, because that's what I would try. I definitely want to try the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation in shade 4 Fawn. That would probably be the one foundation I would get in the sale. Because it's pricey, I would want to get the 20% off discount. We don't have anyone here in New Zealand who would ever offer Tom Ford at a discount, so you're really lucky. I'd like to try the YSL Concealer Touche Eclair High Cover Concealer. I definitely want to try the Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Corrector, the Magic Vanish Colour Corrector, and probably in shade medium. Trying to go a bit lighter with my foundation. Like today I've used the Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection foundation. Absolutely love that, and I think that's what my skin needs at the moment with it going through so much. I'd really love to try the La Mer, the Reparative Skin Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I'd really like to try that just for every day, and maybe just having something on my skin to feel a little bit more put together than how I've been getting about in the last 3 months, which is not flash. I definitely would be purchasing the Hourglass Primer, the Vanish Airbrush Primer. We don't have that available here in New Zealand yet, and I don't know how else to sort of source that actually. I do want to try the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Featherweight Protective Primer. I used the balm today, but I would definitely like to try the liquid. Westman Atelier, I really would like to try the cream blushes and the contour bronzing sticks. Well, they're more bronzing sticks, aren't they? But I definitely want to try the blushes, and maybe wouldn't mind looking at the iPods as well. Definitely want to try the Gucci powder eyebrow pencil, as well as the retractable waterproof eyebrow pencil, both by Gucci. Very expensive over here. It's about $78 for the pencil. I definitely want to try the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat as well, because I like the fact that it comes with a component and you can buy the refills for it. I would like to try the Patrick Ta Major Brow Laminating Gel. I've heard great things about that. I have used the Mario one and it's okay. Of course, I don't need that right now, and I probably won't need to buy that till next year when I actually have some brows back. Definitely want to try the Patrick Ta blushes. Dying to get my hands on some of those. Skincare, I definitely want to try some Youth to the People and some Biossance products. Really want to see what more these brands have to offer. I'd like to try the Skin Fix Moisturiser, the Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Face Cream. It sounds absolutely superb and something I think my skin would really drink up at the moment. And as an aside, and something that I'm going to keep my eye open for the Sephora sale here in New Zealand, I am going to get, when I can, on sale the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. Now, no, it's not a new palette, but I am interested in some of the pastel palettes that are out at the moment. But I'm not purchasing the Natasha Denona pastel palette. I was very keen to try the Hindash latest palette. I know you can't get that from Sephora, but that did tempt me. I'm not sure. I've heard that it's very much a sheer wash of colour, so I think I'm going to get my fix from the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette, because I love the formula, the consistency, the value for money in the Huda Beauty palettes. I've loved the ones that I have been using recently, and I think the Retrograde would just give me a bit of fun, bit of that pastels in there, and so I think I will nab that if there was a sale here in New Zealand. So that is my wish list for Sephora, if I had a Sephora wish list account. Okay guys, thanks for putting up with me for such a long video. I love my makeup, but I did just want to share that, and I'm sorry if I'm a little bit late getting that out to you. but as I said, I have to wait till I have a day where I'm feeling up to filming. And I really thank you for your support, your patience, and I just, you know, you guys get me through some pretty tough days, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below. If you did enjoy the video, please give the video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. I am so thankful to have a wig that I actually don't mind. As I said, it's not my love it here, but I am very happy with it and can see me wearing it quite often. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you've had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and that will be the get ready with me using some of these products, creating this look. It'll be up in a couple of days. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.